Okay, this is the way AI is supposed to work. Okay, like in my head, AI is supposed to work just like this. So here's just okay. So if you've seen my other videos, you know my layout, right? So I have um, my Epic server running Kimmy through Ollama, and I created a Debian LXC with SSH access and gave the access to Kimmy. Now I have two. I'm just going to focus on the one because this freaking crap is awesome. Okay, so I'm not running Ollama here anymore. I actually installed Ollama on Kimmy. So let's look at this. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll through the chat that I had with Kimmy. Okay, so whenever I say Deb2, Kimmy, it knows that I'm talking about this is Deb2, okay? This is Deb1 and this is Deb2. But I have that one off and I just been messing with this one and she knows it as Deb2, okay? And just for, just for reality purposes, I know it's not a she, but I'm just going to say she because it's a little bit easier for me to consistently call it out. So she, okay. Anyways, all right. So I start up a chat, start a new session, and I asked Kimmy to make sure that Docker was still installed and Nginx was installed and that it was running, because when I had in one of my other videos, I had a local AI set it up and it was there, but it wasn't like running all the time. Like it was just there, but not running in Docker. So she checked it and reinstalled it again. And then I was like, okay, make sure that the HTML folder in the root directory is mapped so that any index files so it can use local mapping in the Docker container. Okay. So she did that. She changed it to that, blah, blah, blah. And I said, install my website there now. So I went through FileZilla and copied my website files over there and just had her install them. I put it there and it was working. So then I said, can you give me some ideas of websites I could build there, something modern and professional, complete to complement my YouTube channel? So she kicked out all of this stuff. And so I said, do number one and back up what I already have in there. So if you've been to my other page that I just had some files from some videos, this is all I had, okay? And this is HTML that I just asked Grok to create for me so I could have this little funny traily thing. And then the links to these text files this is like, these two are for like the perfect prompt video. And this one is for the OpenClaw JSON before they updated it to work so nicely with the Ollama, okay? So this is my website, SpeedyFoxAI.com, okay? So she built all this over there. So she went and did all these things, blah, blah, blah. And then she said what she did. And then I told her, said, okay, so I have this little fox thing on my browser icon. I said, can you make sure that that's consistent on all the pages? She said, yep, blah, 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 did that. Heartbeat went off. And then I put my email so they could update it on the site. So then after she made the website, I said, my brand is it said like my brand, and I'm gonna kill it, and I'm just building up to where I'm the reveal, I guess, right? So I said, my brand is SpeedyFoxAI. Can you update it throughout? She said, yeah, I'll do that. Blah blah blah. Da 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 da. She did that, and then I said, and the links should connect to my YouTube content. And then she forgot my YouTube page from previous, and I was like, you forgot my YouTube channel. And then she started checking, and I just provided it to her. And then she said, perfect, I'll update it, blah, blah, blah. Done. All the YouTube links point to your channel, blah, blah, blah. Can you connect everything? I don't have 50K subscribers yet. LOL. And it's funny because like, I'll like I'm funny generally, at least I think so. And so she responds like comical, like I do. And then when I've looked at her soul, I guess her soul.md, it says that I'm kind of comical. So it's pretty wild and crazy. Anyways, so she updates it to be realistic, and that's it. Then the OpenClaw hung up, right? And I had to update OpenClaw, and then when it finally came back, it said what happened, blah, 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 apologies. She doesn't know what happened. Can you update the actual data? And she wasn't able to get my actual stats, so I just gave them to her eventually. I tried to use some of the tools. Apparently she doesn't remember all the tools, but I haven't really used them in a while, so that's not the point. Anyways, blah, 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 5K subscribers. She updates it. Okay. So I sent an image so basically this little fox icon, I kind of like it, right? The browser icon, it's kind of neat. And so I had Grok make me a bigger one so that I could put it on the page, and just so I could have it, because I'm actually going to change my YouTube icon to that fox. So anyways, went through that. I put my GitHub on there. Discord. I don't know if this is my actual Discord thing, but I put it on there, and then all of it's there. So she basically installed everything to this machine, and it's at 10.0.0.39. So if I go there, check this. Okay, I'm gonna refresh it. So I'm at 39. So this is what she made for me. Like, it took what, like 20 minutes to and I just had to go through and tell her like different things. So this is where I had Grok take my little icon, make it an image, and then that's what I'm going to put for my SpeedyFoxAI YouTube channel once I'm done here. But she pulled all this context from my YouTube channel, and these I'll probably have updated with like actual videos. They don't go anywhere now. Oh, okay. They don't go anywhere now, but I'll tell her to update them. But the fact that she just made this whole freaking, check this. I mean, this is so crazy. And then I had the content, those text files. Oh, I don't know. Oh, so I have to have her take that off. That's for that. But I mean, this is so slick that, I just told her to make it. And since she had SSH access to this Debian container, she just put it all in there. So if I come here, okay, so, in here, so I have the HTML. So this is where she made so she did back up my existing fantastic site that's right here, right? And then, basically there's all the pages that she built. So here's all the stuff that she built. That, I mean, it's just, this is how AI should be, right? So this is now my new site, but see, it's still local. And I did want to do this one thing. So I have these tunnels, okay? So I own SpeedyFoxAI.org, SpeedyFox.app, and SpeedyFoxAI.com. And the reason I picked this, I just picked a random freaking name, right? Because the SpeedyFoxAI.com was like $7.99 a year. So I was like, huh, $7.99 a year? Because originally I was using like Open Web UI, and I would give the URL to friends, lots of people actually, to use it. And nobody really ever used it. So I was like, whatever. I mean, a couple people would log in, ask some weird questions about me that were completely unrelated to AI. So anyways, and if you're one of those people, I'm not trying to throw you under the bus. I'm just saying, okay. But anyways, back to the point. So I have these 3 URLs. And so basically, one of my other videos, I kind of went over this, but I just wanted to go, I'm going to set it up right now. So if you see right now, SpeedyFoxAI goes to this classic styled web page, right? And I want it to go to this one so I can host it here from my house. So basically I'll come into this, configure, I'll go to public application routes. So right now it goes to 202 on my network. So I'm going to edit it. I'm going to change this to 80 because that's how it's set up on there. And this to 39. So just to confirm. Yep, see 39. Okay. So I'm going to save that. And now, see, I'm at speedyfoxai.com and I'm going to refresh it. Boom. Oh, and she even added this. I mean, this is just freaking fantastic. Subscribe actually goes to my YouTube channel. I mean, this is how AI should work. Okay. And I just did this a few minutes ago and I just felt obligated to make a video because this is freaking awesome, right? Like freaking awesome. I love it. All right. Thanks for watching.